No one else has the same story.
Hey, once again, Martin Boyce, and this is the entry from my Escaping Wage Slavery blog entitled The Dogs. This is one of my favorite entries, by the way, because I was really in love with these dogs. And the blog post has some of my favorite photos. Well, one of my favorite photos, which is just of the mist that would come in the evenings, like just as I was leaving work and walking home, there was a mist that would come in and hide things and then reveal them, which I really loved. But anyway, this is about the dogs. Benji is my boy. He's the one at the door, facing the way home, then looking in to see what's taking me so long. He never sits. It is the time the mist rolls in, and I remind myself to lessen my walking pace and be present. He's way ahead of me because he has dog things to do. He's peeing on this wire and wood fence on one side, then the next, and he holds back his shit so he can deposit it strategically. Today, two mixed breed dogs, low to the ground and long, but different colors and their heads too big for their bodies, started to get on when they heard our dogs. Benji does this thing I want to try out, where he'll stop and turn back if you continue at him. This time they rushed him, and in response he lifted his leg to pee. They ran away screaming. The smell of that alpha piss had them terrified. "Oh, Benji," I said with a smile, thinking I should cut the grass he peed on, dry it, and grind it into a powder to use as a cologne. This reminded me of my behavior at the animal reserve interview. Long before I'd met Benji, I knew what I was doing. He doesn't smile though. He's always very serious and professional in his black and white patches. This week, we've started our ritual. I'll go to open the gate for the truck and he'll come up next to me. One of the things I like most about him is he doesn't grovel for affection. He doesn't like people enough. What he'll do though, which I find irresistible, is, for no reason I can think of other than sometimes you just feel like heavy petting, haha, he'll come up next to me. I usually give in to scratching his head, but I'm busy at work, and he'll paw my leg once or twice like, more please. The other one that looks like a fox and is only a dog in name won't hear to stop jumping up on me. I'm trying not to be so withholding, however. He's never not excited to see me, and I told him I would make the effort to respond to that positively. I must monitor my energy with him, keeping the interaction quiet and slow, stopping and moving away without becoming his trampoline requires that I behave as if he isn't there, a technique I often use on small children. Benji has taken to jumping into the back of the truck to sleep. This has everyone in an uproar. Why is it so awful that he's in the truck? No one was using the truck. He was resting, not shitting, not fucking bitches. He was taking a break from keeping us safe from duppies, or ghosts, which approach our windows at night. It infuriates me the way they'll get up into the truck and drag Benji out. One day, Ed's wife couldn't stop laughing because she'd purposefully scared the sleeping dog, who then darted away. I thought that it wouldn't have been funny at all the other way around, with that baby growing inside her. The farmhand will grab onto his ear and pull it until he yelps as he runs up the hill next to him from being our bodyguard while we pulled up onions. I haven't addressed this yet because I'm a coward, saying I'm saving these behaviors to use as examples later of how people can think they're one way but their actions show them to be the opposite. I hold him, the dog, in higher esteem than a lot of them these last few days. And when Benji was in a fight and had a hematoma on his nose bridge, he held still and let me examine it without once flinching. It made me feel good that, without words, he knew he could trust me not to hurt him for a laugh. It made me glow with pride, and not just my forehead with grease. The truck reverses from the garage on mornings and stops. There's a wait for Donna, and as soon as it starts to reverse out, Benji takes off down the hill and under the fence, which is a shortcut to get to the road. Around the corner, you'll see him standing, looking back, and he takes off again. He prefers to keep his distance. He prefers to keep some distance between himself and the truck, as if he doesn't want people to think he knows us. And each morning, the same response from the neighborhood dogs. They're so territorial. Just like humans. Perhaps better, since if I happen upon someone's land here, I could get shot dead, not just barked at. On Saturdays, when the others are at the market and I'm alone in the warehouse, he'll jog right in and lay down close to where I'm seated, using his front legs as a pillow. It is also prohibited for him to be in the warehouse. El Patron can't stand to see Benji grooming his son when the son lies on his back and sprawls open his legs. The son real ditzy. And that's the end. Thanks again for joining me. It's really late here in Barbados, actually. It is 1:21 a.m. Oh my goodness. I said that I was just going to read a couple and I ended up reading too many. Maybe that's why I'm making so many mistakes as I read. So I'm going to stop here and go to bed, and I look forward to... I keep wanting to say see you next time, you know? But it's kind of like a one-way thing. Is it? Is it though? I'm not sure that it is. But yeah, I look forward to you hearing me again soon here on Boyce Books. And until then, be the best Mother Sally you can be. I want one of you to tell me what a Mother Sally is. I want one of you, better yet, to show me what a Mother Sally is. Until then, bye-bye.
Stay with it. You don't need to water it down. No one else has the same story.